Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome to another video. And today's video is going to be about the time that me and my buddies we were drinking and driving and ended up in a ditch. So yeah, so if you guys end up liking this, why not leave a like, because why not? And if you want to see more, and why not subscribe, whatever. But, without further ado, let's just head straight into the story. So, this story takes place, I want to say, about a month after my graduation or something like that. I don't exactly remember. But I'm just chilling at my house when all of a sudden I get a call from one of my buddies. We'll call him... we'll call this buddy... we'll call this buddy Jake. Yeah, we'll call this buddy Jake. And Jake was hanging out with, we'll call this other person, shit, what should I call this other person? Zeke? No, not Zeke. Yeah, you know what, fuck it, we'll just call him Zeke for the story. Fuck, I already forgot the other person's name, god damn it. It was Zeke, and, fuck, I hate the fact that I have shitty memory, I can't remember shit. Zeke and Jake, that's what it was. Okay, so, yeah, I'm chilling at my house, and I get a Snapchat from Jake, wondering if I was wanting to hang out. And me being me, bored as fuck at my house, just doing nothing but watching YouTube and smoking weed, I go, yeah, I'm willing to kick it for a bit. Let's kick it. You hanging out with anybody? He was like, yeah, I'm hanging out with Zeke, man. And if you want, you should come on by, man. Well, not come on by, but you should let me swoop, man. I'm hanging out with Zeke, and we trying to kick it. We trying to get some alcohol and some weed, man. I'm like, shit, all right, let's go get some alcohol and some weed, because at this point I had a fake ID, so I was able to go in to the pot shops and liquor stores and whatnot and get shit. So I chill at my house and I'm waiting for them to come on by, and fucking Jake ends up arriving with Zeke, and at this point, it's been like a really long while since I've seen Zeke, because Zeke's a year older than me. So it's been a fat minute since I've seen Zeke. So when I get into the car, I'm like, oh shit, Zeke, what's good, man? I dap him up and I dap up Jake. And then we start heading over to the dispo. We get there. Decide what we were trying to get real quick. I think we just ended up getting like an eighth or something. I don't exactly remember. But then we headed over to the gas station. We picked up 2 cases of Twisteds. And after picking up the 2 cases of Twisteds, we ended up going somewhere. We smoked a bit and we drinked up a bit. And now we're pretty faded. We've smoked about, I want to say, 1.5 grams, and we've all had about, I'd say, 2 or 3 Twisteds at this point. And this is when we get the idea of shotgunning some of these Twisteds. So we ended up going to this very steep ass hill that leads into this neighborhood, and shit's a little bit frosty, I must add. It's getting pretty cold. Shit's starting to get just ever so slightly like frosted, just like a little bit frozen ever so slightly. So we're standing there, and we're trying to puncture a hole into these cans, because like I said, we're trying to shotgun, and we have absolutely nothing to use. So we're just trying to use our thumbs, but we don't have anywhere near close to enough strength in our thumbs in this state of mind that we're in to be able to puncture holes into these things. So we try to use our canine teeth to puncture tiny holes that we can then make bigger with our thumbs. That didn't really work as planned. I I think the can that I had probably lost like a quarter, maybe even half of the Twisted Tea before I was able to actually shotgun the thing. And like the cans were all just like fucked up from us just constantly trying to attempt to make a hole in different spots. Because like we were pretty fucking faded. Anyways, after that first round of shotgunning, we get back in the car because it's pretty cold out. And Zeke and Jake are just talking, and I'm just in the back on my phone. And I notice something shiny on the floor of the car, and I go to pick it up because I have ADHD, and this is possibly something. This is a shiny thing that possibly could be a fidget. So I go and I pick it up, and it turns out to be the little metal thing to the two cans that you use to open them, but it's broken, so it's pointy, and that's when I get the idea. Wait. We can use this to make holes in cans for another round of shotgunning that ain't gonna be fucked up. So I lean into Jake and Zeke, who are in the front seat, and I go, hey boys, what are your guys' thoughts on making the shotgun right? And that's when Zeke just looks at me and goes, fucking 100%, yeah, let's do that. How are we gonna make the shotgun right though? So that's when I show them the little metal thing, and both of them are just like confused at first. They're just like, how is that gonna make the shotgun right? And then that's when Zeke grabs it, and he's like, hold on. He grabs it and starts like poking the pointy side with his finger, and he's like, yeah, that's pointy enough. That will go through the can. Yeah, we can definitely use that thing, man. And he hands it back to me. We all go outside. We all grab another can, and you know, just like I knew, it punctured the can very easily. We made the holes that we needed to make, and then we just shotgunned them bitches. Finally being able to get it right this time. You know, thankfully. And then we head back into the car, and then now we're driving. We all had about 4 or 5, maybe even 6 for one of us. Twisted Teas, and we've smoked about, I'd say, a gram or 2 at this point. We're pretty faded. We're feeling pretty damn fucking good, if I'd say so myself. And we're talking about what we're trying to do. Should we start shotgunning more? I bring up, maybe getting some shrooms. Zeke brings up the idea of hitting up a Coke plug and getting some Coke. And all while we're talking about what we're trying to do, because we're not trying, because we don't feel like, dipping just yet. I'm in the back seat, and I'm leaning into the middle so I can see out the windshield. And Jake's the one that's driving, and we take this turn, and as we're going down this road, I start to see the light reflective sign on rail guards to let you know that you're coming up on a rail guard, so you better turn. And I don't know what it was. I just had the suspicious feeling that he was not going to be able to take this turn. So inside of my head, I was going, yo, Jake, you better take this turn, Jake. You better take this turn, Jake. I don't know what you think you're doing, man, but you better take this turn, bro. And this dude, he goes to take the turn, and I'm pretty sure that it was probably a mixture of being drunk, road being slippery, and the fact that he didn't slow down when trying to take this turn. But he takes this turn, and just as we actually make the turn, we ended up in a fucking ditch, and I ended up getting launched straight into the fucking side of the car, because this car only has 2 doors, but it has a front and a back seat, but it only has the 2 front doors. So I get fucking sent straight into the side of the fucking car. Zeke, on the other hand, not only does he get flown straight towards the door, but his head fucking smashes against the window, completely shattering it, causing a bunch of glass to come flying at me, causing my hand to get cut up a little bit. And now we're just like sitting there like, oh fuck, because Jake has only had this car for 2 months. 2 months. And we were pretty sure that whoever sold him this car fucking scammed him a little bit, because there were some things fucked with this car. And he was kind of planning on selling it, trying to scam the other fucking person, just like kind of like how he got scammed. But now he has fucking fucked this ride up, and it is going to cost him way more money to fix the fucking thing than it would have, than he would actually make off selling it. Even if he was to, after fixing it up, do some other things to it, he would not make any sort of money off of this thing whatsoever anymore, unless he like kept it for a couple years, which we all knew was not going to happen, especially after crashing it. But anyways, we all get out to not only see exactly what kind of has happened to the car, but also because it's in a ditch. And this is a car, he can't exactly just drive out of the ditch. Even if it was a truck, you can't exactly just drive out of a ditch. So we had to fucking push the thing out. So we all get out. Me and Jake start pushing on it, and fucking Zeke is behind the wheel, just pressing on the gas and turning it. And we eventually get this fucking thing out of the car very easily. And after we get the thing out of the car, we just get a quick inspection. There was, on the side that was in the ditch, there was obviously scratch marks. But then, like, bits of the actual, like, car were off. Like, you could see the metal underneath. Like, it's not like the paint was just scratched off and you could see the metal. No, like, the actual metal that the paint was on was just taken off. And you can see the metal that's underneath that. Like, his car was just fucked. Like he could still drive it, but like it's like fucked to the point where like you don't want to drive it for long periods, for extended period of time, or else you're just gonna fuck the car up. So like he can't drive the fucking thing anymore. So that's like already fucked for him. And my fucking, and oh, I almost forgot. I almost completely forgot to add this part. Anyway, so like after we get into the crash, he drops us off because, you know, the whole crash thing. He needs to quickly explain this to his parents. But anyways, I almost forgot to add this. We go back there like me, Jake, and Zeke. We hang out again like a day or 2 days after that happened, and we go back to that same spot where he crashed, and there was a bunch of fucking deer in the middle of the road at that time. We were sober when we were driving down this road again to check it out. We were sober, so thankfully we didn't fucking crash or anything. But there was elk in the middle of this fucking road the second time we came, when we went back there to check out the spot. There was fucking elk in this road. And like I said, this was only like a day, maybe 2 days after we crashed. So after we seen these deer, I immediately go, guys, we are fucking lucky that we came down this road when we did. Because if we had came down there when those fucking deer was in the middle of that goddamn road, oh, dude, we would have had to pray to God that fucking Jake would have either been able to brake or swerve fast enough. Because if those deer were in the road, dude, we would have head straight on into them, bro. And I'm letting you know right now, bro, when you fucking get into a crash with deer, bro, there's a good solid chance you're gonna die. Especially if it's a male deer and it has all those fucking, and it still has its antlers, dude. Those fucking antlers are going not only straight through your windshield, but straight through your body too, bro. Like, crashing into deer is like a very fucking deadly thing. Like, lots of people die from hitting deer in the road, bro. So like, we very well could have had died if those deer were on the road. So and maybe not die, but like, it would have not been a good show if we were there drunk as fuck during the same time that those deer were there. Because when we went back there, it was around the same time. that it was when we crashed. So like if we were hanging out a day or two later than we did, and we did all that, bro, like, fuck, bro. Could have ended a whole lot worse. But anyways, after this like whole crash thing happened, when we ended up in the ditch, my back, I don't know like what happened to it, if it was like the position that I was in when I hit the side of the car when we were in that crash, but my back hasn't really been the same since. It has not really been the same since. It hurts a little bit when like I try to lay on my side and shit, and like really the only way to like be 100% comfortable when I'm trying to sleep is like if I lay on my back, which is something I'm not usually do, but it's something I've been doing because of my back pain. And I shouldn't be having back pain at the age that I'm at right now. Like I should not be having back pain. Like the only reason why I ever had back pain was just because of the fact that I sleep in class. But that back pain was like only if like I'm standing in one place for like hours on end doing a flagging job. But not on like a normal basis would my back hurt. But after going into this ditch, like no, like my back's been like hurting just like on a regular basis. And like if I just like jump, like if I'm on like a fence, like if I'm on top of a fence that's like just a little bit taller than me, and I like just from sitting on the fence just drop down straight to the ground, I get a sharp pain just shot through a sharp pain just shoots up my back, bro. Like I don't know what the fuck going into this ditch did to my back, but like it fucked my back up a little bit. Like it low-key fucked my back up a little bit. I don't know what it did, but like my back's low-key a little bit fucked up. But anyways though, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you want to. Subscribe if you want to. I can't force you guys to do anything. I'm just a random dude on the internet. But yeah, with all that being said, yeah, that's the story of driving drunk and ending up in a ditch. So yeah, deuces everyone.